Come on. No grumbling. Alright, sorry. Okay. We're going to clean this up. I thought I'd just come on because I could show y'all how I like to clean this up. Alright, so look at this grapevine. See all that mess? So I'm just going to kind of go through, clean this up a little bit. I just want it to look a little bit neater. Just make it a little easier on me. Okay. There's no such thing as perfection, so don't worry about that. I just want to kind of clean up some of the pieces that are really sticking out, because it'll make it easier on me as I go along. Okay. This method is not going to make any difference if one side is thinner than the other, but all right, there we go. So I just thought I would come on and talk to y'all while I was prepping. Okay. All right, so let's see. Oops. Y'all, my Facebook is a hot mess right now. Is yours? We'll see. There we go. I just want to make sure I'm on and y'all can see me. Okay. Yes, there it is. All right. Okay. Come on, thing. Lift. Okay, there we go. All right, so you have options to do with something like this. You can use grapevine. This one is a small grapevine. It is it 12, 14 inches? This is an 18 inch, so you can see the difference, right? Or you could use one of these little styrofoam pieces. So these styrofoam pieces, if you got it from Sims, they're like $3. I believe these were around $3. Let's turn on our glue. We have a new glue pot, so let's all keep our fingers crossed that it works. Because I need it to work. Alright. So those are kind of your options. You could also use one of the moss wreaths, but you're going to cover it. So I don't know if I would do a moss wreath just because you are going to cover it. You're not really going to see anything. But I wanted to show y'all that you could do this one. The reason I decided to do grapevine is because it's easier to put a hanger on it. And when you're doing a design like this, you can use the smaller one because we're going to expand it out to make it larger. So if you were to do this with this grapevine, which is 18 inches, then you're probably going to go out to 24 inches, right? If you're going to do a 14-inch one, then you're going to go out to about 18 inches. So that's kind of how you want to decide which one you're going to use. All right. But in the meantime, oh, I smell it's doing something. Why is it smoking? Alright, we'll let that do its thing. And we're going to cut. What we're going to use is eucalyptus and lamb's ear. So eucalyptus, lamb's ear, and lavender. So those are going to be our basic pieces. How y'all? So I thought I would at least just cut these. Alright. That thing smells like it's burning. Oh. But my old one just was not making it work. It was not working for me. Okay. There we go. And I will read y'all all the numbers and everything. I just thought I'd get some of this stuff cut off. Okay. good thing there's not smell-o-vision, because it is not smelling lovely in here right now. Okay. Ugh. So how are y'all doing today? Okay. So all of these, but let me give you the first piece of advice. Is this stuff gonna... Okay, it's getting hot. The first piece of advice, you can actually buy these on the long swags in Hobby Lobby or on Sims, and you can actually, sometimes you can get them on a great deal, and then you don't have to buy the bushes. I have one around here, but I don't know where it is. So we're going to cut about an inch, okay, to have. So all these are going to be cut into 2 pieces. So see, we have this piece and then that piece. So you're going to get a lot of cuts out of this. How are y'all doing tonight anyways? Teresa, what happened? What happened? Did you just get sick? I didn't get to see what happened. I just saw you weren't feeling well. Okay. Alrighty. So I came on a couple minutes early because I thought maybe I could get some of this cut. Because this is the not exciting part. Yep. Alrighty. So one of the things that's super popular among the young, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my mom isn't doing real grand. She is anemic, and we're gonna have to take her in and figure out where she's bleeding so that we can figure out why, because her hemoglobin is down to 8, which makes me very nervous. And they've discussed putting her in the hospital, but right now she's maintaining her blood pressure, so they are saying she doesn't have to, but you know, we'll find out. Hey, okay. As soon as I get done with this, I'll show y'all kind of what we're doing. I'm cutting up 3 bushes. We may not need that much, and we may. Hey, Rhea. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm cutting it so there's about 1 inch to put in. What we're going to do is we're going to start on the outside, and then we're going to move up towards the inside. These are super popular. This is basically like a greenery wreath that has no ribbon whatsoever. It's not going to have any ribbon at all. And these are super popular right now. They're very trendy. So I Thought it would be fun for us to make one. Starting to worry about this glue pot. Maybe I put too much glue in it. I need to crank it back up. Alright. We may have to put this in without glue in it. We'll see. Okay. You're still awake! Look at that! Thank you. I know, it's been rough lately. And of course I was out of town when all this was going on. So that makes things, you know, even worse. My brother was here, but I wasn't. Oh, good. All right. I think that might be enough. Let's see. Okay. So the majority of what we're going to use is this eucalyptus. You can call it eucalyptus, you can call it boxwood. And then we're also going to use the lamb's ear, and we're going to cut that up pretty well too. I think I have, how many do I have, like 4 or 5 of these? You can also get these in a swag, so if you can find them, get them, because they're usually a lot less expensive if you buy them like in one long swag and then just cut them off. Okay. Let's cut this part. So there. I think that's good. Let's cut this in 2. So I think that's good. So see, we'll get lots of pieces out of it. Right there. We can cut this one down. So you only want like maybe 3. So isn't that weird? I wonder if it's related to something that we just don't know about yet. Yeah, definitely concerning, that's for sure. That one's good. Okay. Let's still have a lot. Maybe we'll even cut this too. There we go. So you can really cut quite a bit. I want to try to get so I have 2 or 3 leaves per little section here. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so we can get a lot out of this. Let's see, is it starting to? Oh, I think it's going to actually start to melt now. Yay! I was starting to get worried that I got a dud. I'll just cut that one off. Okay. Cut that piece off. Okay, let's see. Cut these pieces apart. I'm just trying to make it so that there's just a little bit. When you're making a wreath like this, one of the great things to do, I think that one's okay, is to use different shades of green, just because it really kind of helps give it more depth, more interest. There we go. I think that's good. Well, let's cut this one. All right, I think that's good. All right, so let me give you some of these numbers. All right, so this here, this eucalyptus, it's a 10-inch eucalyptus, so it's 10 stems, and it's 18 inches, And it's CS14718. So CS14718 goes a long way. This is lamb's ear, 28-inch lamb's ear, and it is CS26012. CS26012, 28-inch lamb's ear. Okay. And then we have our little lavender. This is FN1622. I know for sure I have this and this in my shop. Otherwise, you could get them. I think this one came from Craig Bachman. This came from Sims. This came from Sims. All right, so let's see. I really only want the part with the lavender. So we may use some of this greenery stuff to fill in. So, let's see. So we can take some of these leftovers. I think we can. Or we may be able to put this in like that. Yeah, we should be able to. Okay. So, we just want the lavender part. This is actually pretty cool, this spike. Okay. This is just going to help us with color. This thing is tough. Yep, she's on the couch. I was running around getting all the supplies together. She was getting a little perturbed with me, I think. She was like, where are you going? But she settled down. Okay. Alrighty. So y'all have any big... Besides sleep, I know Susan needs sleep. Okay. Pull that one off. Well, it's probably okay to put two together. I don't want three together though. Let's see, pull this one off. Okay. There we go. We're going to get started because this is going to take forever. No plans are the best. I agree. I would have to agree with that. Because, yeah. Sometimes you're tired, you don't need plans. Right? Okay. We're going to get this one cut and then we're going to get started. We may not need, I don't know how many of these we'll need. We'll kind of see as we go. You can actually get quite a bit out of one, you can see. Okay. All right. Still not quite melted, but it's getting there. I might need to turn it up a little more. All right. Okay, so let's kind of go over what we got. We have set that over there. We have a 14-inch wreath. So far, we have 3 bushes of the eucalyptus cut up, and we have 3 bushes of the lamb's ear cut up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go in almost like a pattern. So we're going to take 2 eucalyptus and put it in. You want to start towards the outside, okay? Then we're going to put in a lamb's ear, okay? And then a lavender. I think I'll put the lavender in and then, okay. And then, I don't know, that might be too tall. Hold on. I think we might need to trim that off. Put it back in. Yeah. Alright. So, it's still thinking about melting over here, so eucalyptus. Okay. A little bit of lavender. Okay. And then lamb's ear. Alright, there we go. Let's trim these off. These really long ones. And then we'll just put it right back with it. Okay. Place them in. Then a little bit of lavender. Okay, and whoops. Lamb's ear. We might need a little bit more eucalyptus. I think I might like, let's see. Trying to decide how much in between these. We might put, yeah, that's better. Alright, so this will be better when we can glue this in. Let me see if this is, Lordy. Well, it's a little, it's starting to come out. Okay, let me see. Alright. So I'm just going to take these, put them in some glue. Yeah, it's starting to be okay on the sides. Okay. Then I'm going to place it in. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then we're going to take these two. I think it's because I put the glue from my old glue pot in here and there was a lot of it. It's just a little bit much for this glue pot. So I may have to take some of that out. Alright. So let's put several of these together. Just want like a bunch. Like this. Like a little bunch. Alright, get some glue, just put it in. You want it to come out. You might want to go, with the grain of the grapevine. For one thing, you don't want it poking through, and you want it to kind of almost look like it's flowing around with the grapevine. Okay, and then we'll take these two together. Alright, place those in right there, like that. You'll see the eucalyptus more, the lamb's ear more when we get it on top. Okay. So, maybe like 3 to 4 little bunches, like this. Okay. Okay, and then put them in kind of at an angle so that you're going in with the grain of the grapevine. And then you grab these two, put them together. those in. Oops. I'm putting these in together because it's going to help them stay in a little better because they're both in there together. Okay. So, I think I accidentally did that. Hi, Cece. Okay, just like that. Oh, how cute is that? Okay. Alrighty. Oh, there's too much on this. Alright. Let's put these together. Yeah, it's just way too much glue in there. That's so funny. So you see how it's going to come out and make this larger. You can come out as far as you want, so you can make them as big as you want. Just sort of remember to keep that line, that invisible line. Okay. How's the house coming? I know you're not in yet because I haven't seen pictures of you moving in yet. Okay. There we go. "13 days. You ready to start crafting again? I would be going crazy by now. I would be bugging out. There we go. That is so exciting. I'm excited for you. I know it's been kind of a long road. She is, see? But of course. Okay. See, once you get settled, you should come down and see the studio. Whoop, that one's really long. Okay. Alrighty. Awesome! Did y'all get to see my machine when I went live today? That was fun. Oh, Mom, I gotta show you that. I gotta show you that live. She hasn't seen the machine running. She's only been here when it's not been running. So... Okay, I'm dropping things on the floor. Okay, there we go. Whoops, I sort of cut half of it off. Okay. You were. I totally understand. How is she doing? Is she doing any better? I'm looking for the little ones. Like that. There we go. I wish it took voice. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Nope, doesn't take voice commands, but that's such an awesome thing. I wish it did. That would be so cool. It is a little bit complicated. You have to, you know, put all the information in the system, and then you have to tell it, like, you know, how much, where to cut, and the size, and you have to separate cutting and trimming, and, or I mean cutting and engraving and etching, and yeah, but it's good. It's real good. Okay, one more little piece. There we go. See, we're making our way around here. So you can see the larger your wreath, the bigger it's going to be. Okay. You'll get back in. Once you get settled, you'll be able to get back in the loop. Yeah, so we got the laser machine going, and I was showing it today. I went on YouTube and did a little live showing some of the new stuff in the machine. I'm gonna put these here. Okay. I think I'll put a couple of the little ones together. Look, I gotta show you, this is really cool. I like these. Look at these. What I do with them. See, look at these. These are cutouts with the initials on them. These are so cool. I know I'm gonna make one for our door. We're gonna do some wedding stuff so that we can, you know, help people get into the wedding stuff, because that's big. That's big stuff right there. You know, lot to the wedding industry. There we go. So we have plans. Make you an E. Okay. The one with the circles in it, you can put ribbon all the way around it. It's gonna be cool. There we go. It'll just, I think it'll help, you know, especially wreath makers have other things to offer. Those door hangers, big time. Okay. So once we get all the way around, then we will go up on the top, and then we can fill in anywhere where we see. We can also add in like little shots of color. So I kind of took out a couple examples like this. Now this is kind of drastic with the lavender, but if you did it with something besides lavender, you could do that. And we've got this that has the little yellow in it I really like. You could add in fruit, little fruit stems, or you could make it seasonal, like little pumpkins, or you could even do like cotton. So there's a tons of ways that you can kind of customize this. What I really wanted to show you was the method of putting it all the way around kind of thing. I don't think that's one too many. And once I find that little swag of this stuff I have, I'll post a picture so y'all can see it. I think they're so cute on doors too. And they're different, right? So, you know, and I haven't seen many wreath makers who also have door hangers. So it's great to have a variety in your shop, especially because then they're more likely to hang out in your shop and not go somewhere else. That's what we want. Oh, and I'm going to be adding something to the Etsy training, just to let y'all know. I'm going to be adding, setting up Pattern, the website that Etsy has. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if you use the website, their website Pattern, then you don't pay all the fees that you pay on the regular one. So it really cuts out a lot of the fees. So y'all already get that in here, the Etsy ebook. So I'm going to be adding that to the book. So I'll let y'all know when the changes have been made. The glue strings. Okay. So watch out for that. Oh, and I got new stuff to record training. I'm so excited. That makes things so much easier. It does like little written instructions, kind of like an ebook. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. All right, so we got our little bunch. I don't want too many. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put it in. So we're kind of going in this direction. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Put it. Okay. And then. Alrighty. So same exact pattern. And then once you get all this in, then you can go back and add all your extras in on top of that. Okay. Yes, you can purchase. I'm going to list it tonight, Sandra. So, and don't forget to use your percentage. Because, you know, y'all are the only ones that get percentages off of any kind of kit. Anything. So, yep, I'm going to have it listed. If you want us to make you a one-time template, you'll have to let us know, because we will be able to do that too. Like if you want to put Miss So-and-so's room, or and then it makes it even easier to sell. Right? Or give as a present. Does it look like orchids? Oh. dropping things on the floor. Because that's what I do. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Is that in the group? I think so. I think I just missed it. There we go. Okay. So see, you're just going to see a little bit of the purple kind of peeking through. Okay, so we need to cut some more of this. We might have to grab another bush. I might have another bush over there. I think I do. Alright. Just ignore me. I'm laughing at things sticking together. Okay. Hey, Debbie. So, Pattern is a website that you can use. Whoops, look, I forgot to put my stuff in. That you can use in Etsy. What happens is, if you use their website called Pattern, then you don't pay that merchant fee. You don't pay. Now, you still pay credit card processing, of course. No matter what you use, you're going to pay that. But you don't pay all of the Etsy fees. So, and it's something that's not talked about very much. And since their fees keep getting higher and higher, I thought, I'm going to move my stuff to Pattern. It's still hosted on Etsy, so it's still going to look like your shop looks now. It's like $10 a month. And, you know, it gets you out of those fees, which is pretty phenomenal, right? So I think it's worth it. So, haha, see, she just said 13 days left. She's got your number. She knows. She's got it. Y'all still having the daily calls? Okay. See how cute that is? Look at that. That's so cute. Alright, let's cut some of this stuff. Get these ready. It's called Pattern. If you look on your Etsy shop, you'll see kind of over on the left to the bottom, it says open a website, try Pattern. And that's what it is. And they have a bunch of templates and stuff that but I was kind of holding off because I wanted to see if I could find anybody who has used it and likes it. And I actually talked to somebody at the mastermind who uses it and really likes it. And we kind of talked about, you know, what the good things were and what the bad things were. And I think the good way out loud. So, I'm going to give it a try. And I'm going to record it while I do it. So then I can show it to y'all. Win-win. Alright. Right? Oh, is it hard there? I'm sorry. It'll be better soon. Pretty soon you'll be in your place and then you can kind of get back to a normal routine. Right? That's going to help a lot. There we go. Okay. That'll help a lot. It's really hard when you can't like get a routine because you're outside your normal stuff. Yep, you will. Patterns is a website that Etsy has where you can use their website program. It's called Pattern, and then you don't have to pay. I poked the out of myself. You don't have to pay the Etsy fees. Your stuff still is shown on Etsy. And all that good stuff. It's just, it's a website. Now, for the people that are coming and looking at your site, it still looks like Etsy. So it looks like it's still an Etsy shop. It's just that it's a website. I jabbed myself pretty good because that's what we do. So, alrighty. We're gonna have to cut up another one of those little lavenders. Which so far we've only cut up one, so it's going pretty well. Alright, let's cut another one because I want some of these bigger, the bigger ones, like these. So let's just cut these bigger ones off. Is it still bleeding? Hold on. Alrighty. I just had to go get a Band-Aid. I don't want to bleed on the wreath. Okay. Because see, I was bleeding on the little tag. Okay. Alright, just these three. I don't think we'll need more than 2 of these. Thank you. Alright, so I'm cutting each one into like, what, 4 sections. So that's good. That's a good amount. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Here we go. It is a lot of cutting, but it's going to look really cute. Cost-wise, this isn't bad, But it is a little bit time consuming. However, it comes out really pretty and gives you something that, oh, I didn't even need that yet. That gives you something that you don't even need ribbon with. So, and it's a good idea to have some things that don't have ribbon, because not everybody likes ribbon like we do. So you definitely want to have some things that aren't ribbon. When you're putting them on the top, be careful when you're pushing them in that you don't push them through your finger. Like me. Because, yeah, that can happen. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to cut another one. So, I think we'll end up using about 5 bushes of these, but the eucalyptus isn't very expensive, so in the scheme of things, it'll come out fine. Okay, I think I can get one more little thing, then we'll have to cut another one. There we go. I'm still going with the grain, just kind of pushing it all in. And you see how it starts to kind of fill in that little edge? And I want some of that so that we can add in whatever it is that we want to add in. Like our little special stuff. Like cotton or another flower. Or you could do, oh, what is that stuff called? Huh? It just fit straight out of my mind. I'll get one and show you. Really, any flower. You could do any flower. Small flowers, big flowers. You would just kind of spread them around. Oh, awesome. Now you can surprise her. Yeah, people who like, you know, airy, natural type things will like this. Because it's all natural type elements and it just has sprinkles of color, but it's not overloaded. And we're going to put some yellow in here. I love purple and yellow together. Blue and yellow look really great. You could put blueberries would be really pretty in this. Even if you have that little lavender, then you could add some blueberries in here. That would be super pretty. Super pretty. Okay. We just about got it here. You see how much you can get out of these? You can get a lot. I can't remember how much one of these bushes is, but I don't think it's a lot. I think it's pretty inexpensive. You could always use the little eucalyptus bushes if you couldn't, the little ones. if you can't find this, and then you wouldn't be cutting all this. You would actually just use the bushes. I'll show you what I mean. I think I have some over here. Yeah. So I think, I want to say it's like maybe $1.25 for one of these. It has like 6, 2, 3, 5, 6, right? So you would take one of these and you would cut it off. You might put 2 of these together, and that would be what you put in instead of the ones that we're cutting. This is, let me tell you what it is. CS 14648, 10-inch eucalyptus pick. And it comes with a package of like 6 in it. So if you didn't want to do all this cutting, you could do that, and that would work really well. So you could get maybe like 3 little sections out of one of those packages, just to kind of give you an idea. Oops, I missed one. You could also use any kind of filler you want, right? Instead of, you don't have to do the lamb's ear, you could do something else. You could do like, you know, the ficus, anything. But I like the lamb's ear because it has that frosted color, and so it, oh crap, I did it again. It stands out well against that green, against that darker green. So that's why I like it. I think I need to turn my little thing down because now it's warmed up. Turn it down a little. Okay. There we go. Maybe one more. Okay. So we're going to put a little bit on the inside. Let me kind of open this up a little bit more. I think I might put just a little bit extra in that little spot. Just to kind of fill it in a little. Not that one. That one. Okay, right in there. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you can see how it's looking now. See how pretty that is? So we're going to put just, so you can kind of see the inside a little, right? So we're going to put just a little bit in there. We're not going to do a whole lot, but you want to put a little bit. I'm going to kind of come in and put just a little bit. You don't have to do a ton because, of course, on the inside here, there's not going to be nearly as much room. But this is going to make it look fuller and more finished. Just to kind of add a little bit in there on the inside. Okay. Just kind of going around, adding some in. Alright. I just put like a couple together, so you don't need to put nearly as many. It's going to cover a lot more space on the inside because there's a lot less space to cover. Okay. What do y'all want to bet me when I get home my mom says, you need to make more grapevines? Did it look different on your iPad? Well, I think I have to fix my Mevos, so I had to switch out Mevos, and I think I have some weird lighting setting. So that's the lambs. I think it had some weird lighting setting on it. Not really sure what that was all about. Whoops, I really need a little bit more. I don't think this is the same. No. Hold on, let me grab one more. So we're not gonna need a lot, but just a little bit. So you can see why it's better to do a smaller wreath with this, just because you're gonna use a lot of supplies, but it's not really, doesn't really cost as much as it looks like, which is one of the great things, right? So it has a lot of added value because of the way it looks. So that's the name of the game. Added value without added money. Okay. Okay, let's see. This spot here. Right in here. Alright. I need a little bit right in there. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of kind of lamb's there and a little purple in there. All I'm doing is balancing it out. So, like right in here, right there, okay. Did I hit the wrong? What did it do? Okay. And right in here. Okay. It does look expensive, but it's not, which is the whole point, right? The point is, try to find these in a one of those long swags that you can get. I will find mine and put it with the numbers so y'all can see what I mean. Now look at that. See how pretty that is? It's pretty hefty. I mean, it's not bad. All right. Now we have this. So we only used a couple of these here. So you didn't really use as much of the lavender as you would think. Okay. The thing that we use the most of is this eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is very inexpensive. It's one of the great fillers that's inexpensive. but looks really awesome. So it's just a great piece to use as a filler. And people love eucalyptus. So we used 5 plus a couple little pieces. And then you could add in anything you want. You could add in dark green to kind of bring out the green. So this is, I don't even know what this is. It's a little spiky dark green. You could add in ficus. Or like we talked about, you could add in fruit. You could add in cotton. So cotton would look really pretty. Let me show you what I mean. So like you would want to just take your cotton and just kind of place it around like this. You know how we've talked about before how you can make one listing and then make multiple options of it? So this would be a great thing you could do, right? So make this base and then add in different elements and see which one they like. Because the elements that are in here are pretty easy to find, right? These are easy to find items. You would just spread this out like this. Isn't that pretty with that little pop of white? This could be summer. It could be fall. You would want to put some kind of towards the outside as well. But you can see that's with the cotton. Okay. And remember, you have leftover. See, that looks kind of wonky. All right. Or we could take something like this and grab this yellow. Whoops. Why didn't I mean to pull it off? Hold on. Okay. I'll put that back on. Y'all, I am so notoriously bad about that. All right. Here. I would cut this down here, and then you want to take this little piece and bend it over, and then you have little bits of yellow that you can add in. So you can see here. All right. I don't know how the blue and the red, I mean, it would look okay. I probably would prefer not to do that, but you can do that. You can do purple and blue. This here is 106-274. This came from Pioneer, I believe. But okay. This. You could also kind of pull it down inside here if you don't like it being so tall. Like what you would do is kind of cut it like in there. Kind of pull it down a little so it's more level. I like the little pops of yellow. You could also do something like lemons. If you had lemons, you could add lemons into it. You could add apples. I mentioned blueberries. Oh, I think I have blueberries. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them. No, what'd you do with those blueberries? Okay. So see, I have these blueberries. These came from Sims. This is WF354. So these are super pretty. Look how pretty these are. So you can put these in for a pop of color. Look how cute that is. Let's take the yellow out so you can see. You see that little bit of blue right there? So that really helps to kind of add a little bit more in. You could leave the leaves on it, or you could take the leaves off. Just kind of blend it in here and there. You wouldn't need a lot. Okay. This. Bend them a little bit. Oh, I like that. I think I like that. I know, right? I can't believe she's not asleep. So if you weren't going to put an extra pop of something in there, you would want to go back and find your holes and put your lamb's ear or your lavender in those holes. Otherwise, you could put whatever extra you were going to add into those holes. So see, you would only need one of these. The point being, you could make it into a bunch of different seasons. Whatever season you wanted, whatever theme you wanted. It's totally up to you. You want to put, you could put some on the inside like this. Kind of bend them over a little bit. You could also put hydrangeas in it. I would use smaller hydrangeas to just put like little spikes here and there. I like this and I like the cotton. Those are my two favorites. Don't they? They're so pretty. And they came from Sims. Sims has some pretty blueberries this year. And blueberries can be kind of hard to find. And they're popular. See how pretty that looks with that little bit of the blueberries? All right. There we go. Put one over here. And then I think we'll be done. So what's your favorite? Blueberries, cotton, the yellow. You could put magnolia leaves in this later in the year, but you would want them to be smaller. But see, you could put little flowers in it. There's a lot of different things that you could put in a little, little set like this. Let me unplug my glue here. All right. So what we think? See, and the great thing is this could be a centerpiece. You could put like a candle in the middle. Does it not have a candle thing? Yeah. Whoop. We're just gonna, just for demonstration purposes. So look at that. Wow. That looks pretty. So this is the one we made just like a week or so ago. Or you could put a hurricane glass in there. Or you could hang it like this. And it would be a wreath. Thank you. There is a bit of shine to throw them in your box. Okay. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And it gives you some ideas. I love the blueberries. I think they're super pretty. Thank you. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all have an awesome night. I'm going to go home and get some dinner. Whoops. I'm gonna go home and feed Bella. Bella, what are you doing? Stop chewing on those feet. Hey. You? Alright. I hope y'all have a great night. Woohoo, bring it home. Okay, I'll bring it home. Alright, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys next Friday. I'm going to make up the class I missed, but I have to figure out what I want to do. Alright, bye y'all!